Tasted Tuesday on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Good morning. Hope your day is off to a great start. I'm Tyler Glen, and this is the Tyler Glen Show, live from the Beach Bunker near the Geographical Center of North America from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada. Very near to the site of some protests that happened yesterday as the carbon tax took a jump. We'll touch on that, show you what it looked like at the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border. Also, it's Peanut Butter and Jelly Day today. Peanut butter and jelly. Variations of the classic sandwich, and we're going to introduce you to the Elvis. You thought you knew Elvis's favorite sandwich. No. We're going to show you how to make it. It's amazing, and yes, there is peanut butter and bacon involved. We'll talk about that. Also, the worst April Fool's pranks from yesterday gone wrong. It's bad stuff. It's hard to do nowadays. Someone tries to prank you, you just pop your phone open, check it out. That's bull. No. Federal minimum wage in this country went up on April the 1st, and that had a lot of people talking yesterday, as did the minimum wage in California. Why? They are the first jurisdiction in North America to come up with a fast food minimum wage. And you should see how much people are making slinging burgers and milkshakes in California. It's shocking. And speaking of shocking, self-driving semis have the go-ahead. Texas will be first. They've got 20 set to hit the road later this year between Dallas and Houston. We'll show you what it looks like when an 18-wheeler is flying down the highway with no driver. Okay. I will try to stay away from the Dallas-Houston area for the remainder of my life. And a big story this morning that is getting absolutely zero mainstream media coverage. Canadian border guards have arrested a flight attendant for, quote, a common and growing problem in Canada. I'm thinking, what? And she's a model. She is an airline stewardess, a smart person, and a model. And she was arrested, and Canada Customs is going, the government has got to do something about this. This is a growing problem. What could it possibly be? We'll share that with you coming up. Oh, it's Tuesday. I love Tuesdays. Tasted Tuesday with Co-ops of Westman. Today, dill pickle hummus. You like hummus? Made with those beans. Dill pickle. Be like a new dill pickle dip with Co-ops of Westman. That's coming up this morning. A look outside at area roads and weather brought to you by voicemanusa.com. Your first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg. Call 204-730-2333. voicemanusa.com. Here comes the sun, and there goes the snow. We're still seeing a little bit of snow up at 16 Russell, 1610 Minnedosa, south of Brandon, though. It's going by. We'll take a look at the snow map in just a second. And, we are in for a really nice day today, +6. We haven't had a normal day in like 2.5 weeks, temperature-wise, so you're going to feel it today. It's going to be awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's take a look at the air temperature this morning. And we're at -1. That's pretty manageable. Feels like -14. There's how everybody else is doing across the continent this morning. And then let's take a look at the snowpack, see how much snow we've got left to get rid of before we can officially get to that green grass and dandelion season. Bring on the dandelions. Bring on mosquitoes. Bring it all on. Bring on camping season. The campsite booking countdown continues. We are less than a week away until you can book your campsite. And look at this. Alberta is almost snow-free, just in the mountains, a little bit in the foothills to the west of Edmonton. Southern Saskatchewan is pretty much done. And North Dakota looks done too. So we're going to lose a lot today. +6. And the forecast only gets better. +6, +7, +10, +13 by the weekend. And nothing but sunshine. So major melting happening this week. The major melt is underway. Look for it. It's going to be great. Welcome back to the Beach Bunker. Here we go. And we start the show off by welcoming all of our sun seekers who have been so awesome, so amazing to get up and out of bed on an early Tuesday morning, and they do so most mornings, and we love you. Thank you for spending even just a brief couple of minutes with us. We'd love to have you spend the entire 2 hours, but to do that, you have to be on Twitch, okay? Because in hour 2, we move the party over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. But hour 1 is for everybody. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, goes all over the place. Also comes in podcast form. It's uploaded at 12 noon Central Time every weekday. It's an abbreviated version of the show. The show's 2 hours. The podcast is 40 minutes or less guaranteed to take with you wherever you want to go. And you get all the highlights from the show. Okay, let's see who we've got in chat to say good morning, and welcome aboard. Good to see you. Welcome to the Beach Bunker on a Tasted Tuesday. Good to see you, Tasha. And Karen Ann's in early this morning. Ooh, hi, Karen. And Road Reverend is here, too. Good to see you this morning. Angel is here on TikTok. Good morning, Angel. Nice to see you. Happy Tasty Tuesday. Janine Fleury Urbanovich is here on Facebook. Good morning, Janine. Cindy Olenek is here on Twitch. Good morning, Sunseekers. Ronald Kaslick here on Facebook. Good to see you. Amanda Marie is here on Twitch. Quentin is here on Twitch. Cheryl is here on Twitch. Jody Kaslick is here on Facebook. Cristo Roberto is here on TikTok. Good morning, sunshine, sis Jody. Oh, what a glorious day it's going to be. Get ready for a gorgeous day. It is going to be gorgeous. And the nice thing is you're going to come inside from your walk this afternoon and you're going to say, damn, that was awesome. And it's only going to get better. +13 by the weekend. You may be brave enough to put your own shorts and sandals on, like I've been wearing for 2.5 years. And I have to admit, it was very comfortable even yesterday. We got up to +3. And I was outside doing some walking yesterday, shorts and sandals, and I'm like, okay, this is why people look at me weird. My legs don't hurt anymore when I'm outside in my shorts and sandals. Nick Adams is here on Facebook. Derek is here too. Nick says, self-driving semis, what could possibly go wrong? Pfft, exactly. Listen, Brenda. Or no, it's Linda. Listen, Linda. Self-driving trucks, 20 of them, And they say if all goes well, then there'll be hundreds, if not thousands, in 2025. I think we're seeing the end of the American truck driver in the next 36 months. Quinton says, my mom is leaving to drive home from Texas today. Oof. Well, the self-driving semis were just approved, and they said later this year. So, and that was just last night. So it's going to take them some time, or maybe not, but that's between Dallas and Houston. Your mom will probably go, well, she might have to go through Dallas, actually. Hopefully she has a safe drive. I know she will. Megan is here on Facebook. Good to see you this morning, Megan. Welcome aboard. Maybelline62 is here, too. Nick says, beans? Hummus doesn't have beans. Chickpeas. Did I say beans? I meant chickpeas. Although chickpeas are in the bean section of the store. They are a cousin of beans, and they are magical. They are also magical like beans. KDD 4380 is here. Kimmy Slice 66 on TikTok. Good morning, Kimmy. Thanks for dropping by, saying hello. Maybelline says we still have lots of snow. Yeah, I was up in Mendoza visiting family for Easter, and you got a lot. There's a lot just in a 60-mile difference. Itchy nose today. There's a lot of difference in snow. Brandon is just about done, and if you go down to the U.S. border, I mean, you come down the Turtle Mountains into Dunseith, and they haven't had snow. It's all gone. Janine says chickpeas are called garbanzo beans. Thank you, Janine. Ryan is here. Hey, Ryan is here on Twitch, everybody. Good to see you, Ryan. Nick says the snow in our yard is slowly but surely disappearing. Trev says, that's disgusting. You haven't changed your shorts in 2.5 years? Guilty as charged. I didn't say the beach bunker smelled good. I said it looked good. Doesn't it look great? Looks good. Smells a little bit like like you put bounce between 2 slices of bologna on a sandwich that sat in your high school locker for 6 months. I kid. Good morning, Trev Webb. Welcome. Trev is here on Twitch. Nick is into his spring jacket already. Darlene Barkley is here on Facebook. Good morning, Darlene. Welcome aboard. Welcome, Sunseekers from all over the internet. Welcome in. Darlene. Rhonda Party. Good morning, Rhonda. Nice to see you pop up in chat. Zumba Bernice. Good morning, Zumba Bernice, and welcome. And for a glorious day, if you missed it earlier, +6 in the sun today, and we'll hit 13 by the weekend. You have been waiting all winter for this kind of weather. However, brace yourself. Slush, water, major melting going on today and for the rest of the week. So if you've got big piles of snow up against the house, do what you can to get that stuff moved around. It's going to be major melting. Lots of water. Mandy Work on TikTok. Thanks for dropping by. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. And I think we've got everybody here. All right. Locked in. Seatbelts on. Trays in the upright position. All righty. Let's go. Good morning. Yesterday's good thing. Patricia's here. Good morning from Vista. Lots of snow here. And Wendy Tremblay wants to send in a quick good morning on Facebook. And thanks, Mandy. Hey, yesterday's good thing. Okay, so we start every show this way. We take a look back at yesterday. And it could be a big thing, could be a small thing. But we want something good that happened to you yesterday to share with the group. It could be someone holding a door open for you. You could have been in the drive-thru and someone paid for your coffee. You could have gone through your first day without cable and you didn't roll up in the fetal position and cry. That was my day yesterday. April 1 came. Lots of stuff happening on April 1. Carbon tax went up. Federal minimum wage went up. And I started my life without cable. First time since 1984. Cable is gone. And I went to the television, and just to make sure that the cable company didn't make a mistake and decided they were going to be kind and just leave it on. He canceled. But you know what? Let's just leave it on for him for a little while longer. No way. You cancel 12:01 a.m. They pull the plug on you. Like the relatives pulling the plug on the rich guy on life support. See you later, alligator. Beep, beep, flatline. And I got nothing. I got nothing but terrible sounds, which, I was going to take my time returning the equipment and everything. And I'm like, nope. I don't know why I was disappointed that they cut it off so soon. I asked them to cut it off April the 1st. They're just doing what I asked them to do. However, I felt a little bit slighted. But then this is my good thing. I went through the day and I literally mentally felt better because my news channels were gone. I had all the news channels. CNN, Fox News, CTV Newsnet, CBC News World. They're all gone. I've news purged. And I think I slept better. I really do. I think I had. Now, let's check in a week. Well, that was my good thing. Cable is gone. News is gone. And we're looking forward to lots of nice weather and sunny skies ahead. Quentin says, GT got a welcome email from Aspen Grove yesterday with details of when we can pull our camper in. Oh, nice. Camping season is coming fast. That's a good thing. That deserves a bell. Nick says, GT, I picked up my Wheat Kings playoffs tickets yesterday. Yeah, and you got some Santa Lucia pizza coupon. Okay, don't make the same mistake my parents made. They went to get some Santa Lucia, and they're like, you want a piece of some... I was over there to visit them. This is about a month ago. You want some Santa Lucia pizza we ordered? I'm like, yeah, not even hungry, but listen, I'm a big fan. And then it's like, it's the chicken bacon ranch. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I had it. It was okay. I'm like, listen, if you get food from Santa Lucia, they might as well just cook one thing. The Santa Lucia special pizza. They aren't a sponsor on the show. It's just a personal favorite of mine. So so you got your coupon, Nick. Make sure it's the Santa Lucia special. It's ridiculous. Somebody introduced it to me. I thought, that's dumb. I don't even know what I'm ordering. I still don't know what I'm ordering, but it is so damn good. Ruby, good thing. Good morning, Ruby. It's nice to see you. We're doing the GT. Yesterday's good thing. What happened, Ruby? You're never here at this time, so think back, Ruby. We know you can do this. You've got this, Ruby. Think of yesterday. I want to hear about your day yesterday and the good thing that happened to you. Something small. I bet you somebody complimented you on your amazing service and your Ukrainian meatloaf. I bet you that is your good thing. Amanda says her GT had an awesome lunch with the parents at Kim's Asian Restaurant. Yeah. Lunch with mom and dad. Karen ends. Oh, she claims the Jets. Okay, it's gone. She can get it. First one to get the Jets gets a GT. Jets won last night, Karen says. Yeah. First time in 55 games the Jets have won. I'm a Jets fan, and I forgot what that felt like. What is this feeling? I feel like a winner all of a sudden. I feel like a winner. Way to go, Jets. They pulled one off. Now, half the Vegas team was on the injured reserve list, and the other half was the kids of the players, but it didn't matter. A win is a win. I'm kidding. I like to bug you guys. I'm joking. GT, here comes Ruby. All right, look out. Here we go. Ruby, GT, yesterday for me, scoring coffee creamer on sale. Yeah, coffee creamer on sale. See, Ruby, we celebrate all things big and small, and yes, that will be something that will translate into many happy days in the coming weeks as you enjoy your coffee creamer. Cindy says the Dauphin Kings won in 5 overtime periods. Ooh, it was a marathon game. Yeah. Dauphin Kings. I like when they do the kubasa toss night up there. Kubasa, for those who don't know, is Ukrainian for sausage. And how do they do a sausage toss? Well, you know how They do the teddy bear toss at a lot of games. They'll score the goal, and then all of a sudden these teddy bears come flying in from the stands, and they pollute the ice surface, and it looks really cool. A lot of teams do that now. Not a lot of teams do the Cuba shot toss, but in Dauphin, Manitoba, Canada, they were really creative in taking garden hose and creating essentially what looks like sausage, but it isn't. It's garden hose shaped like in a sausage ring, and then they do the toss onto the. It's very cool. It looks really good, and it's like no, because the first time you see it, you're like, no, don't toss the sausage. That's good meat. Don't do it, Tim. Tim, no. Give it to me. Give me this. No, Tyler, let go. Tyler, it's just a garden hose. Whew, I thought you were tossing good food on the ice. All right. So what else do we got for? Oh, Molly says, my GT is that I got to play some Mario Kart 8 on Switch with some friends yesterday. Yes, that's good. Friend time is good time. Friend time is good time. Doesn't matter if it's virtual or in real life. It does not matter. It's all good. They do toss real rings of sausage into the stand, says Cindy. Okay. That's a good thing. That's an extra good thing. Sausage. What about head cheese? They got to get on that. It's time for the head cheese toss. And then everyone just starts running from the stands. It's like 14 people were injured in a hockey game in Dauphin yesterday when they were stampeded in the stands because people were running for the exits when what appeared to be jellied meat was thrown at people's heads. That would be funny. We'll get to work on that, Cindy. You could fake that too. Kinsley, good morning on TikTok. It's good to see you, Kinsley. And it is good to see the beautiful new product they have got at Tim Hortons Westman. We talked about this yesterday. Go in and get some while you can. Oh, it is these beautiful pinwheels. Have you seen the pinwheels? The savory pinwheels at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba. 2 buttery, flaky, and delicious options to choose from, freshly baked throughout the day and served warm. Your new favorite snack is here. Choose from roasted red pepper and Swiss and caramelized onion and Parmesan. And because they are a new product, I want to show it to you, show you what they look like. The new savory pinwheels are here. Oh, you've got time for Tim Hortons. You have that with a cup of coffee. Someone was sending me private messages yesterday. The one with the red peppers is the best. You've got to go and have the red pepper ones. So if you're going to try both, maybe try the red pepper one first. You've always got time for Tim Hortons with 10 area locations to serve you, of course, in Brandon, Verdun, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. Alternative Choice Garden Center, the alternative group is going to be a big part of the Brandon Home and Leisure Show, which, by the way, is coming up this weekend at the Keystone Center. That has come up fast. You know, we just get done with the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair, and then all of a sudden we're into the home show. Make sure you look for the alternative group at this year's Brandon Home and Leisure Show. They have got some great prizes to win and great product offerings. They have one of the best displays at the home show. They win awards year after year after year. So if you can't make it over to the greenhouse at 34th and Patricia, make sure you see them at the Brandon Home and Leisure Show this coming weekend. And had lots of DMs yesterday regarding more information on the Garden Gala, which is coming up Thursday, April the 25th. Get those tickets, Sunseekers, please. You don't want to miss out, and they're going to sell out. Get them. They're $5 for rewards members, $10 if you're a non-member. Thursday, April 25th, there is a candy bar. You get 2 signature cocktails or mocktails, and it's a big spring social event with all the plants and all the different things you'll be putting into the ground for the spring planting season, what's hot and what's exciting for gardening in the 2024 season. So again, mark that in your phone for Thursday, April the 25th. And Natural Elements, we're getting very close to the arrival of their masseuse over at Natural Elements. Massage therapy will be added to their growing list of services. Heather Matties is coming in from Winnipeg. She is super excited to meet you. And if you are in need of a massage, if you would like to take part in some life coaching, hypnosis is available. It's not just float therapy. They offer a variety of services. Of course, the Epsom salt float is getting a lot of attention online these days. You've got to find them at 2940 Victoria Avenue. Behind Precision Dental. You will also find them online at floataway.ca. That's Natural Elements Brandon. So yesterday was the bump in the carbon tax, which produced all kinds of protests across the country yesterday.
Frustrated. That's how many protesters feel Monday, following Ottawa's increase of the carbon tax.
We cannot afford this government and this socialism that's coming at us.
This was the scene west of Calgary on Highway 1 near Cochrane, as hundreds protest against the increase. It's part of a nationwide protest. The group says they plan to stay as long as it takes to see the tax scrapped.
I could see from coast to coast on social media that people are saying, you know what, we're coming out. We're saying no, this is our country. It does not belong to the politicians.
RCMP are advising people to avoid the area as some lanes are shut down, as protesters voice their concerns, holding signs and waving flags. Meanwhile, this crowd protesting outside the office of the only Liberal cabinet minister in Alberta, collecting signatures for their Cancel the Carbon Tax petition. Vehicles driving by the group in Edmonton, honking their horns in support as the group chants, "Axe the tax."
Now, it looks as if the biggest crowds were in Alberta and in Ottawa. They also shut down a portion of a major highway. I believe it was in New Brunswick yesterday. They couldn't get any traffic through. I think that probably was the biggest actual disruption. RCMP did have to reroute some traffic yesterday on the East Coast. I'm thinking today it's going to be, well, pretty much done. I don't know what is on the agenda for today. A little closer to home, thanks to Road Reverend who sent this in. This was at the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border yesterday. They had a pretty good turnout, few dozen vehicles. There was trucks, there was tractors, there was all kinds of vehicles. This was at the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border, taken around lunchtime yesterday as people were protesting the rise in the carbon tax. Lots of flags, very peaceful, no traffic being blocked, but certainly a lot of attention, and there was a lot of media out there to take pictures and video and so on. In fact, I have a few pictures to share. Thanks again to Road Reverend for sending these in. And here's a few of the pictures from yesterday. No carbon tax. This is closer to home. This is in our area. And it was interesting. Some Americans got caught up in this on the East Coast, and they couldn't get home. And CBC had interviewed them, and they said, "You guys got to quit protesting and just make change when it's time to vote." And we're like, "Yeah, we're kind of trying to do that. We're trying to do that." That guy's got a cool mask going on there. Hockey sticks and Canadian flags. Oh yes. Oh. They brought out SWAT teams in Cochrane, says Jody. Really? That is crazy. I don't know why they would have to do that. That seems a little over the top. I know in Ottawa, police had apparently blocked the bridge between Ottawa and Gatineau. Didn't matter, protesters went through it and met the folks on the French side yesterday. But lots of protests, and of course, there was reaction from Ottawa, not directly to the carbon tax, but the Trudeau government made a major announcement yesterday, and that announcement was the National School Food Program, which means food at school. Food at school. The government's going to start feeding the kids likely this fall. Apparently, there's going to be $1 billion doled out, and so I think, obviously, this is how politics works. For those old enough, we've been around a long time. We know that when people get riled up and the public gets ticked off, quickly, Batman, to the Santa sack and reach in the Santa sack and see what we can pull out, Batman, and show to the public so they're not so mad. And so that's kind of what they did yesterday. But on the flip side, we do have a lot of hungry children in this country simply because groceries are so expensive. We'll talk a little bit more on that. Also, we're going to share this story that the mainstream media not talking about this morning about the airline stewardess that was arrested at Pearson in Toronto, and we're hearing that this is quote-unquote a common problem that the government has to deal with. What, model airline stewardess? She's a model. Why was she arrested? We've got the details on this exclusive story coming up because we're the show about food and fun places and the mayhem of life, and we like to go to the beach now and again. This is Kauai Island in South Carolina, live shot as we take our first beach break of the morning. Thank you so much for being here. Food, fun places, mayhem of life. Happy Taste It Tuesday. I wish there was a little bit more sunshine there. Oh, move the camera over a little bit. Get more of the boardwalk there. Good morning, Kauai Island, South Carolina for a Taste of Tuesday. Coming back to southern Manitoba, we've got more sunshine here. Look at this, and we're going to have some nice temperatures today. Get ready for a gorgeous day. Finally normal, the first time we've hit normal in about 2.5 weeks. We'll hit plus 6 degrees today. And would you believe that is normal for this time of year? And it only gets better from here. Sunshine and temperatures up around 13 degrees by the time the weekend rolls around. A quick look at your roads and weather brought to you by voicemanusa.com. Your first class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg. Call 204-730-2333, voicemanusa.com. This is going to be an awesome day. Let's take a look at our air temperature map this morning across North America, and not bad at all. It is coldest in northern Ontario, northern Quebec, and warmest down in the southeast. As we get going on a Tuesday, I hope it's nice where you are. -1 to start the day in the Brandon region, feeling like -13. And here's what the snowpack looks like. Here's how much snow we've got to get rid of. Molly's got a little bit of rain there, and that's going to clean up a little bit of that snow for you there, Molly. You have about as much snow as we do, actually. Minnesota's got a lot of snow left. Whoa. But the warm temperatures will eat that up in no time. In no time. All right, back to the beach bunker and back to the events of yesterday. So carbon tax goes up. Gas prices take a jump. I think it's important to recognize a few things. This is not over. There is another jump coming in the fall. There will also be a ripple effect that's going to happen. It's probably best to even have that pencil even sharper when it comes to looking for sales, watching for things specially priced, because anything that is trucked around, anything that is driven is going to cost more for the people hauling it. And then, not to mention, somebody had a good point yesterday. I'm always forgetting about the farmers. I mean, and they're the backbone of this community where I'm coming from today, is that this is going to also increase costs for farmers who are just getting ready for seeding. They're getting ready to put their crops in, and it's going to cost them more money to do that. And again, it adds on at the multiple levels. It's a cascade effect. So even though you might have some of your friends saying, oh, it's only 3 or 4 or 5 cents more a liter, suck it up, Buttercup. Well, just hang on, because there's more price increases to come as this thing ripples through the economy. Now, on the good news front, there's going to be some relief when it comes to buying food, especially for young parents who are literally being crushed right now because of inflation. This national food program was announced yesterday in an effort, one part, to calm the simmering anger across the country, but it's also something that is kind of overdue. Canada, when it comes to school lunch programs, is like, 39th out of 40? Because there is some provinces that offer it, but this is going to be rolled out nationally now, which means that kids at school are going to get fed starting this fall.
Glasses, they're upside down.
Even at the playground, the cost of groceries is on Celeste Larocque's mind.
I do have anxieties over it, because some days I wonder, how am I putting food on our table already right now?
A question many parents are asking, and one the Prime Minister says his government will address.
So anyway, I'm thinking this is good news for single parents. We do not need to hear this guy
Justin
talk.
Trudeau is promising a national school food program to help the nearly 1 in 4 Canadian children who don't have enough to eat.
We're putting $1 billion forward to be sent out to provinces and territories.
On the flip side, our youth job center is about to close at the end of May because we don't have enough money to keep it open. So when it comes to putting young people to work, maybe not so important, but making sure they're fed, that is important. I'm not poo-pooing on this idea. I'm just saying, come on, guys.
But it is something.
What about putting some young people to work?
We are the only G7 nation in the world that doesn't have a national food program in schools.
All right, we do now.
Conservatives, meanwhile, recently voted against a private member's bill to create such a program.
Okay, boring political stuff. I was just going to focus again more on this mom who,
make a difference.
she is going to benefit from this.
A great, hopefully, nudge in the right direction of helping families.
It seems like a pretty sensible
Winnipeg
response
Jets.
to the trouble that a lot of families are having making ends meet.
Especially Manitoba. Manitoba is one of those provinces that is struggling more than most. Now, locally, and this is the last little politics we'll talk on today, is that we have a provincial budget coming out today. It'll be interesting to see how that comes out and what goes down and what kind of goodies are offered there. We have a new premier, a new governor in our area, in our community, our jurisdiction. So this is his first run out of the gate. He's a very popular guy. He's the most popular in the whole country. And so we'll see what he can do today. That's coming in this afternoon, and hopefully there'll be some good news there. But anyway, food program should be rolled out by this fall, and especially in Manitoba, where, single parents, low-income parents are getting crushed by the price of food and, well, pretty much everything else, because of the runaway inflation that we have. What are your thoughts? No thoughts. Very quiet in chat this morning. Everybody's behaving themselves or have gone back to sleep. Now, I think some of the comments we saw on social media yesterday, people were upset about the carbon tax. And so I think that there was a lot of, we can't afford this. We can't, we shouldn't be doing this. There was a lot of people saying, people should be feeding their own kids. What is wrong? How come everybody else is responsible for feeding these kids? It is a socialist country. I don't think it should come as a giant surprise that this is happening. And again, I think for the most part, we're catching up to some other countries. So no comments in chat. Nobody wants to touch it. I mean, we are feeding kids. So I think at the end of the day, it is very hard to argue with that. However, there is work to do. And again, our youth job center in our town is going to close unless they get some federal dollars coming in fast. They just don't have enough money to operate. So While you're dolling out cash there, JT, don't remember the kids who actually want to go out and get a job this summer or find some work. And it's not just kids. I think it's everybody under the age of 25 they help. So hopefully they come through with some funding on that. Good morning, Lillian Campbell on Facebook and Deborah Nielsen. Cindy says it's great that the kids are going to be looked after. Although I've got several concerns that will wait for another day, including anything the government does, it always screws up. So, while we think about this and we think about it on paper, as they say, this makes great sense. The government can buy food in bulk, probably get it cheaper. They could get nutritious food, you would think. Again, this is all on paper. Common sense. Yes, common sense. It won't happen that way. A couple of big food companies will get the contracts, and then it will be chicken fingers and pizza for all the kids until the end of time. Oh, well, that's for breakfast. Chicken fingers and pizza. It's all they like, and it's cheap. So it would be helpful if the government actually implemented anything good, any program. Can you do anything well? Then I would have faith. But, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they can implement this. There's going to be some coordination with the provinces because it isn't education belongs to the province. So we'll have to see. Pork Chop 2024 says lots of jobs around. Go out and look. Yes, well, but the Youth Job Center has been in existence for 35 years. If we can't, I guess that's certainly a way to look at it. Just get out there and some of these kids, you realize they don't even know how to shake hands. I don't mean to be. I'm not trying to be rude, but we've got some gaps. Where did all the donations from Tummies go? Tummies. Dang dog. Chacken fangers and malk. Pork Chop says, sad thing is today's generation wants $30 an hour. Toonies for tummies. I don't even know what that is. Maybe that's part of the problem. That's the first I'm hearing about it. And that's JT's fault? It's the parents' fault. No. Everything is JT's fault. He is an idiot. I'm sorry. Pork Chop. The man he's a moron. I'm sorry. He's just not a smart individual. I apologize. I'm not trying to name call. He's a moron. He is without knowledge. He's a very nice person. I've met him. Very nice person. But he does not have the faculty to manage a hot dog stand. He's just a very blessed individual, came from a very blessed family, and thus he's found himself in a very important position, but the man just is not very intelligent. And that's not his fault. It's the way God made. Some people, it's just, it's a round peg in a square hole. He shouldn't be in that job. Quentin says, I'd prefer junk food getting taxed heavily. Oh, no more taxes, Quentin. You shush. Oh, Quentin's all about make nutritional food healthy. We can't. Did you not pay attention? We have to truck in that food. What are you talking about? It's never going to be cheap. Healthy food is never going to be cheap. Oh, so this is something another grocery store chain did. Toonies for tummies. Oh. I never heard of it. Janine says, no matter whose fault it is, it's definitely not the children's fault. This is true. That is absolutely true. Where is the $1 billion coming from to pay for this program, asks Maybelline. Well, guess. You get to guess. It is, taxpayers. And I think in a perfect world, if I had a magic wand and I was in charge, which I have neither. I do not have a magic wand, and I am not in charge. So I am simply shooting my mouth off. But I would like a world where everybody has a good paying job and mom and dad can afford to feed their own kids. But that's a fantasy. I live in a fantasy world. Fantasy land. Because having mom and dad in a good paying, rewarding job and having their children eat is dreams of yesteryear. Dreams of yesteryear. never to be seen or heard from again. However, minimum wage federally went up yesterday. And that's not all. Minimum wage in California, and you're saying, Tyler, why do I care? They are the first of their kind to have a minimum wage for fast food workers, because a lot of jobs are in the fast food business. Now, the fast food minimum wage is $20 US per hour. So that is about $26 Canadian per hour to be in the fast food business. I will just leave that out there. So on a 40-hour week, you will make over $1,000. That means that fast food workers in California now will make the equivalent of roughly $55,000 a year. California is crazy expensive. Molly, here's the thing, is that they tell you that California is crazy expensive, and it is when it comes to housing and gasoline. And then you think to yourself, see, Molly, we're up here in Canada. Housing and gasoline in Canada is also very expensive. The last time I was in California, I thought to myself, this reminds me of home, except grocery prices are slightly cheaper. Not by much, but slightly. And in states like North Dakota and Minnesota, you can often see that groceries are a lot cheaper. California is more expensive than the rest of the United States, but when you're comparing Canada to California, boy, the country and the state have a lot in common. A lot in common. And now California fast food workers are going to make $20 an hour U.S. That started yesterday, April the 1st. Other business owners, including restaurant operators not targeted in the law, are watching to see if they need to hike their wages, because we know what this means. I quit. I'm not working at mom and dad's pizza shop anymore. I can go over to McDonald's and make $20 an hour. So the ma and pa pizza shop restaurants are going to have to match the wage if they're going to attract good employees. Yay? Nay? Yeah? No? The average wage for hourly food service workers in California was $17.89, according to Glassdoor. So $20 an hour in California now for fast food workers. Now, a little bit closer to home, someone sent me this. And this was sent to me from somebody who was recently visiting the Bottineau Walmart. This, Molly, is essentially one of the closest towns to our area that's in the U.S. It's roughly 90 miles from us, and they have a very small Walmart store there. And they had this. Someone DM'd me this and said this was in the entranceway to the Walmart. And this picture was taken 2 weeks ago. I just, as minimum wage is going up, I figured today would be a day to share it. That's $23 Canadian. $23 Canadian to work at the Bottineau Walmart. And you think, oh, geez, I'd have to go to the States. They don't got nothing. Their health care sucks. And they got medical, dental, vision, 401k, 6% matching. Canadians, that is the RRSP. They match to 6%. Paid time off, Walmart Plus membership, 16 weeks paid maternity, 6 weeks paid paternal leave, virtual doctor visits with no copay, 100% Walmart, and the list goes on and on and on. There is a real competition for workers in the U.S., and the businesses are stepping up. That's a lot of cash, guys. $23 an hour is a lot of cash. That again is that's $50,000 a year. That's, I don't know. And maybe you're making double that. Maybe you're making triple that. And that's fantastic. I think that's great. But in my world, $50,000 is some good cash. That's some good cabbage. Molly says, dang, no way. Molly, go down to the Walmart. I'm sure it's probably not just this one. In fact, it says apply at careers.walmart.com. Blessed Mama, good morning. Good to see you. So anyway, their wages, and when I say, guys, that their standard of living there's a divergence happening. I had somebody DM me yesterday. We just follow the Americans. It's all what'll happen there will happen here. No, it's separating. The economies are actually separating. You can see it on the graph where their standard of living is rapidly increasing, where ours is rapidly going down. Now, I'll leave it to you to judge who to blame or what's the cause of that. But when it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say, I think Cindy says, wow, I find the prices a lot cheaper down there and they're making more money. So that's what standard of living is that I have more in my jeans and the stuff is cheaper. In Canada, we're making less money and things are way more expensive. So I'm hoping we can get that fixed because we all got to eat. There's no way around it. You don't need a new $80,000 electric vehicle, but you do need some ground beef for Taco Tuesday. Right? Molly says, I like my job too much. Well, that's good. And that's important. You got to like your job. Anywho, that is what is happening in the world of work. $20 an hour in California. Man, we've got to get to this story about the Canadian border guards who have arrested an airline stewardess who is a model. Why would they do such a thing? And apparently this is a common problem. Well, what is it exactly? We'll get to those details in just a second. First, a reminder that at Skydancer Casino, they are just 88 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt, North Dakota, and you can have a water park hotel stay deal for you and your family, where the double queen standard room and 4 water park tickets are just $159 on weekdays and $179 on weekends. This is a great deal. Water park day passes are $20 each. So this is a huge savings, great stay. They've got great food in the Fire's Edge Steakhouse. Of course, all the gaming you could possibly want, concerts and special events. They are worth the follow. And if you go to their website, you can pick out the exact room you want. And it's a new website, so it looks really, really good. Skydancercasino.com. Skydancercasino.com. Give them a follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, too. They're worth a follow, to be sure. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich day today. And when you make your PB&J, maybe you make it Elvis style. That's coming up next hour. You are going to love this. The Elvis sandwich, his favorite sandwich. The king was not just the king of rock and roll. He was the king of food because he was the king of bacon. We need to get a picture of Elvis in the beach bunker. You should see this sandwich. So when you're making your PB&J today, get the bread from Kuiper's Family Bakery, the best bread in the universe, where the art of baking comes alive in every treat they create, from heavenly breads to sinfully irresistible sticky buns. You know what I'm talking about. The world-famous sausage rolls, the pizza buns, and, of course, the fresh, baked hot dog and hamburger buns you're going to need for your barbecue this season. Visit Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 1st Street, just north of the 1st and Richmond corner, beside Tasties. And our friends at Auto Fashion. Oh, the smell of a clean vehicle. Love the smell of that snow melting, the water running, the birds are singing, and your car is clean? How did that happen? How did your car get absolutely immaculate on the inside? Like you could eat off the dashboard. Could you eat off your dashboard now? I don't think so. It's full of dust, grime, mud. Take it to Auto Fashion. Fine Auto Finishing. They'll get the inside looking like new again. And, of course, they've got paint protection, total car protection. They're SGI and MPI accredited when it comes to dentless paint repair. So remember them. If there's a hailstorm and you got dings on your car or truck or any vehicle, really, Auto Fashion. Okay, at 255 17th Street North, behind Lee's Buffet. Did somebody post bacon beer? What an awesome idea, hey? Well, not as awesome as this Elvis sandwich with bacon. Beer and bacon, it'd be okay. I've gotten away from beer a little bit, to be honest. But I can't get away from bacon. So here's the story that you are not seeing in the headlines today, but it's definitely worthy of telling because apparently this is a bit of a problem right now. And the problem is that we have got some airline staff from like international airlines coming in with multiple passports. Some of them are staying. Canadian border guards arrest international flight attendant after they discover that she's got multiple passports for different people. The glamorous flight attendant and part-time model who had been identified as Hina Sani was detained by border services when she came in from Pakistan to Pearson Airport. Media report this isn't the first time that she's been found with contraband on her by Canadian authorities, which might explain why she once again was pulled in to secondary while in Toronto. Why she had the fake passports in her possession remains a mystery, but the discovery comes amidst a disappearing flight attendant scandal for PIA, with multiple crew members flying into Canada never to be seen or heard from again. Holy cow. So this is a problem with this particular airline, and Canadian Border Services is saying we need some help here. Like we are getting these flight attendants, they come in and then they're never seen or heard from again. They come in, it's kind of like when we had the Olympics on, or the Americans have the Olympics on, or they're in any free country and the athletes come in from other countries and they're like, yes, I am here to lift weights. Let's lift some weights. Okay, Herman, lift your weights. Okay, Herman, you placed 85th out of 100 people. Thank you, Herman. Now get back on your plane. Wait, Herman? Hey, did anybody see Herman? Herman went running for the exit. Herman's gone. He is gone. So, and again, there's no reporting of this in our media because, well, this would be scandalous. And of course, it is dealing with another country, and it's dealing with international travel and so on and so forth. But anyway, we've got some airline staff from different airlines that are just kind of, they're going back a little lighter on the old load, if you know what I mean. Since October of 22, this particular airline alone has lost 8 employees. They went missing on their layover in Toronto. Canadian authorities refuse to comment on what happens to those crew members. The Canadian government has no official comment on the airline staff who fly in but don't fly out again. Because they love paying too much for gas and housing and groceries. So they're like, okay, this sounds like a fun place to live. And the Canadian government, no comment. No comment. There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Move along. What is it, Men in Black? It's like, look right here. Nothing to see. Nothing to see here. Oh, well. I'm going to introduce you to the Elvis. It's going to change the way you make your peanut butter sandwich. I kid you not. This, I can't wait to try. I'm not the world's biggest fan of peanut butter. I could take it or leave it. PB&J, not a huge deal for me. Not a massive fan of PB&J. But this Elvis sandwich, are you kidding me? Oh, my God. This looks incredible. Terry says that PB&J is his go-to every morning. And Tosh says nothing wins the taste test over peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The best. They are like one of the original comfort foods. But once you see the Elvis, you will never make a breakfast sandwich the same way again. Incredible. And we'll also show you what these self-driving semis look like. You can imagine. They're a semi with no driver. There you go. But we have video because coming to Texas this year, it's been approved 20 semis will drive between Dallas and Houston without drivers, and they're going to roll out more. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. As we continue our amazing evolution. Hey, thank you so much for being here for the first part of the show. Thank you, TikTokers. I appreciate it. Mandy and Kinsley, good morning, Kinsley. It's good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. Mandy Work sharing the live feed. I appreciate it on TikTok. Hey, thanks, TikTokers. We're moving the party over to Twitch, okay? Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show for hour 2. It's VIP hour. VIP hour is here. Would you like to be a VIP? Simply sign up for a Twitch account. Give me a follow, and you'll get both hours of the show. It's really easy. It's just a little app, little purple little screen. It'll be a little purple little icon. It'll be on your phone or your iPad. And then you'll get both hours of the show. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. TikTokers, we got to run. Thank you for being here. We'll do this again tomorrow at 7. Have an awesome Tuesday. Taste it Tuesday. Dill pickle hummus. Co-op Gold dill pickle hummus. How awesome is that? It is going to be great. I can't wait. Okay, and then we have to say farewell to our friends on Facebook and X and YouTube. Thank you for being here for the first part of the show. VIP hour starts now. Thank you so much. Goodbye.